One cannot pour from an empty cup. This is something that we usually hear from motivational speakers, read from fortune cookies, or sometimes hear from our own friends when they're trying to comfort us. Let us call this the one-cup perspective. And although I find the assertiveness of that statement, I came to realize that instead of just having one cup, we should have two. You see, by just having one cup, we're either in a state of lacking or overflowing. Nothing in between. However, if we have two cups, one that is always full or one that is always empty, we create a sense of harmony, a balance, to know that even though we have a lot to offer, we still have something to gather. For example, I am very terrible at directions. I need help for that. Lacking. Also, I am a very good dancer and I can teach other people. Overflowing. Friends and fellow cup bearers, we should always walk carrying these two cups with us. I remember in 2011, I was working as a humanitarian aid worker in Papua New Guinea, a remote island called Bougainville, like the flower. In order to arrive to the project, we need to travel the whole day and cross at least 33 rivers, big and small. When I arrived to the project, carrying my one-cup perspective, I told myself, I can do a lot here because I have a lot to offer. And after 2 months without internet, not being able to talk to my family, and living the very basic lifestyle, I almost gave up. And that's when I realized that there are people who carry with them these two cups. And I saw that through our housekeeper and cook, named Tracy and Jacinta. You see, Tracy and Jacinta were two women who grew up in a civil war. And one might think, they don't have anything to offer. But these two women make sure that every night when my team comes home from the hospital exhausted, that there's a warm, delicious dinner waiting for us, and a freshly arranged flower in our dining table. Those little gestures made my team survive the next 4 months. And after Papua New Guinea, I went to other projects in Cambodia, Ethiopia, Uganda, and a refugee camp in South Sudan. And in each of those places, I've always seen Tracy and Jacinta in other people's places. And I told myself, wherever I go, I would carry these two cups with me. Because even though I have a lot to offer, there are things I need to gather. Because life is not an equation where you make a list and you put the X and answers all the Y. But rather it's a tapestry, a colorful one, shared by the kindness made by you and I. And I hope when we're finished with this sheltering in place, that we would not take for granted a warm smile, a simple hug, or a tight embrace. Because what's most important in this time nowadays is not just being to avoid to be infected, but rather to realize that we have these two cups and we're all interconnected.